but this ain't a game to him. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. So join Jovan and get your critical cap on. There's a Bradley's baddie inside of me and you.
Hello. Hello. I'm mad. Let's talk about it. I'm angry. I'm perturbed. Why? I need y'all to go watch my newest TikTok and or Instagram. I need you all to go to it. I don't care what app you're watching from. Leave it. Go watch my newest Instagram or TikTok. Comment, like it, share it, repost it, then come back and we'll talk about it. Okay? Okay? I need you guys to do this right. I'm so pissed. I'm so angry. Go do this and come back. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Jovan Bradley on everything. At Jovan_Bradley. It's the same on all my stuff. I'm so for real. I'm so for real right now. I'm not joking. I'm genuinely fuming. Y'all not having TikTok and Instagram is very frustrating. So essentially, for those of you who know musical theater in any way, shape, or form, okay? There's a show called Ragtime. It's an amazing show. I've been in the show. Phenomenal. And it's been basically a show about anti-racism. It takes place in like the 1910s. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay? This school in Kentucky was doing Ragtime. Pretty good show for a school to do. There's historical figures in it. It talks about being anti-racist. Good show. Their school decided, you know what? We think if you do this show that talks about racism, people will get offended. So we're not going to do it. So they canceled it. From what I can tell from the video from the kids at the school, they were supposed to go up on Friday. They had costumes. They had their orchestra ready. When I tell you the anger that I feel, every single adult who made this decision should never be working with children. None. Should never be working with children. We don't think you should do the show that tells you not to be racist because it will offend our audience? What? Fuck you. There's no petition, but tomorrow, fucking call that school. Call to leave a message for the superintendent. Like, this is bullshit. I'm angry. Sorry, I'm just mad. Anyway. I'm mad. And I probably have like I have a soft spot here because like I did Ragtime in 2017, right? It's a very important musical to me. I did it with a friend who's no longer on this earth anymore. So the musical holds a very important place in my heart. And to think that these motherfuckers said, we're going to cancel the racist show. Or we're going to cancel the show that teaches you don't be racist. Fuck you. Like, for real, fuck you. Eat my fucking ass. Anyway. Can we fundraise to hire a theater for them? It really doesn't work like that. So the way musicals work, they have rights, and those rights are tied not only to that theater, so their school to perform, but for those dates, which is why if they miss those dates, unless the rights holder grants them permission to do it later, they've missed those days. That's how rights work in musical theater. So it's not as easy as just, here's another theater, let's move the show. There's a whole legal thing that has to happen, and I'm not a part of their legal side. I don't know what their contract says. So it's not as simple as that. Anyway, I'm perturbed. Anyway, 219-327-8005. We have a caller on the line. We'll get to them in a second. Who's excited for Roll for Initiative this weekend? Oh yeah, and Tim Curry's there too. Like they dropping like flies right now. Bro, I saw a video this morning of some girl who was like, yo, she said, Tim Curry, if you died, she said this before the announcement that Tim Curry died. She was like, yo, Tim Curry, if you die, I'm gonna beat your ass. I was like, yo, this did not age. This aged so terribly, bro. But yeah, Tim Curry passed. I mean, Tim Curry was old and he was, his health wasn't the greatest. But to lose Tim and Dolly in like a 24-hour period is wild. Absolutely wild. You know what? I wonder if their school doesn't put the show on. I wonder if I could raise the money to just literally just rebuy rights for them. It would be a lot, I'm sure. Rights for Ragtime are probably close to 8 or 10K, given the popularity of the piece. Can the Grim Reaper take the day off? Yeah. Is Liza Minnelli still alive? Did you see the flood? What flood? Is it flooding now? Like, that wouldn't shock me. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna take this call in about 3 minutes. I'll take our first call. I'm just waiting for my food to be done in the oven. Yeah, if we're going rule of threes, Hayden Panettiere, Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, that's kind of the three. I saw another TikTok that was like, somebody check if Trisha Paytas is pregnant. Which, yo, low-key funny. Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing of a flood happening today. Let me use a good old Google. Oh my God. Oh, this was like a massive fucking flood. Holy shit. Whoa. Hundreds missing and many feared dead after massive flash flood hits Nepal, China border. The death toll is 150 and expected to rise. Holy shit. Oh my God. Hello. Thank you. Oh, fuck. Whoa, dude. That's fucking crazy. Wow, that's really sad. It was a river blocked by a landslide. Jesus.
A bridge snaps before being swept away
Oh!
as floodwater pours into Nepal's Trishuli River. Video shared on social media shows people running and riding away on motorbikes, realizing how little time they have
don't just stand
to get
there.
to safety.
Get fuck
At
out
this
there.
Himalayan border crossing, people on the street could probably hear the danger coming before they could see it.
Oh my God.
A recently rebuilt earthquake-resistant
Oh my
building blocked
God.
their view of the monster wall of water until it was too late. From this view, you can see the floodwaters' ferocious
people are
speed
dead,
and
right?
massive scale. People
Holy
desperately
shit,
running for their
dude.
lives have nowhere safe to go. In what appears to be about 20 seconds on video, the flood consumes everything in its path. A row of buses, a 4-story building, a bridge, gone, buried beneath a black wall of water. From the air, a helicopter pilot watches the disaster race through the valleys below, sweeping away homes, trees, and roads.
The whole scenario, it was horrendous. It was uncanny, anything like you've ever seen before.
On this bus in Nepal, passengers spot the giant waves crashing into the bridge behind them. The streets are full.
Oof. I wish I hadn't listened to that part. I don't want to hear them screaming. Fuck. Holy shit, dude. God damn. Let me get my food out the oven. Holy shit. Wow. God damn. Fuck. Like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, I'm not fast. I would have just been like, all right, well. Yo, bro, NBS, bro, watching you stream really changed my perspective as a, what is it? As a man, and I really appreciate the hard work you do every time you on stream, looking all good and delightful. You make my, okay. Okay, we're gonna just ban you, see ya. Yeah, no, that was fucking crazy. Anyway, let me get my food before I. Yeah, you can't outrun a flood. Fuck. On God on Breezy, there's nothing more satisfying than cutting a pizza with a pizza cutter. That shit is just shoot. All right, we got a call. Let's take our first call of the day. If you do want to debate, 219-327-8005 is the number. You can call in. We got a call. We're going to get to, let me just get resituated. I think one of the kids from the show just commented on my Instagram and said, "Don't call the school. The school's in support of us. Call the school board." So call the school board. Anyway, I'm super tired. I don't know how long I'm gonna last, but we're gonna go today. This should be an interesting one. Coming up to stream, we have Sam from Colorado. Sam from Colorado is calling to talk about topic number 1, trans men and women being men and women. And Sam thinks men and women are defined by chromosomes. So let's see how they substantiate that. Sam, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
What's up, Javon? 30 and pronouns are him.
All right, Sam, you got to take a step back from your microphone.
Okay,
that is
what's up,
peaking
Javon?
like crazy.
Pronouns him. Sorry. Or not peaking again?
I mean, you're still very
Yeah,
loud. I can turn you down a little bit on my end, but you're just really loud, just so you know.
Damn.
All right, Sam, I believe trans men and women are men and women. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
So I don't disagree that they're trans, that's for sure. I just disagree that if you're gonna call yourself something you're not, it's kind of scary to believe in that kind of concept. Like if you're by science and XX.
You did just make a bit of an error there, because we would be debating about whether they are. So if your debate is like, well, I disagree that they are because they're not, that's not really there's nothing there. There's no argument there.
Oh,
right. You're just saying they're not because they're not. Doesn't tell me anything.
Word. All right. Yeah. So now, there's no such thing as trans. Then there's just XX chromosome and XY chromosome. That defines you as male or female.
The chromosomes define you. Which one specifically?
Well, it's the genetic terms. I mean, you can go it's an XA or I mean, this is like 7th grade biology for me. It's just what, the recessive gene or not the recessive gene? Is that the gay gene, or does that make you trans gene? Is that how we're going to go on this? Because
there's no such thing as a gay gene.
Oh, there's no such thing as a gay gene, so it's just natural that we're gay.
I don't know what this has to do with trans people, but yeah, sexuality isn't based on any genes.
So sexuality is based on preference.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense then. So for trans, then that we want to take our biological self and do something to our bodies, and then now call ourselves a a isotope of like a new gene or a new gender,
Well, gender has nothing
like
to do
a
with genes, so I don't know what you're saying. Gender does not equate to genes.
so if gender does not equate to genes, then my XX or XY genotype would declare my gender too. I don't know what gender means. I'm not gender fluent.
So gender is a list of traits, either mostly phenotypic and behavioral, that we just assign to the sexes.
Oh, so how do I get all those like traits on my behavior? Do I have to like train for it, like with exercise, or do I have to decide it with my mind, or what?
Have you been drinking?
No.
You sure?
Word. Yeah.
You're
So
asking
like if we're gonna be gender,
questions that don't make sense. That's why I'm asking.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, if gender and like your chromosome, that's a different basis. You know, like if I can be gender and then decide my behavior on my gender, that's really different from a scientific fucking stance of like, hey,
Well,
okay, I'm going to be an XX or an XY.
it would
You know?
depend on the science you're looking at. Typically, sciences like
Fine.
biology
All right,
don't worry about gender. It doesn't really have anything to do with them. Sociology, though, the science of sociology, they would focus on gender because it's a social thing.
Okay, so gender is more of a social thing, and then biology is more of a chromosome basis.
Well, chromosomes would be a part of human sexual development, yeah. At least the sex chromosomes would.
At least the sex chromosomes, but sociology would also define your sex behavior on that too.
Sociology would look at some behaviors, but like instinctual behaviors, sociology wouldn't really worry about because those are like instinctual.
Sex related with your
So like,
chromosomes, right? Instinctual with your chromosomes.
No, like an instinctual sexual behavior is like man gets aroused, penis get hard. That's just like something that happens.
Instinctual.
It's just a
okay.
a physical response your body has to arousal. That's not a behavior sociology would really care about.
It's not a behavior what it would care about. Then like, what do I get aroused on then, you know?
I would assume something with
What would,
like
yeah, all right.
sister in the title.
Generally. Word, yeah, let's go sis. But like, no, it's just like if your gender means something that is like on a behavior level, and then you have your biological level, which is what XXXY. I mean, like, I have a trans cousin. I know it. Like, I have a gay cousin. I know that too. It's just like, when do you define the line between behavior and instinctual?
I don't know what you're asking. Define the line of what?
Well, like, if you have like gender roles and you have all this gender stuff,
all gender roles are socially constructed.
Socially constructed with sociology. So like,
sociology would just be the study of socially constructed things and like how societies work and societies form and how people behave within society.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. There needs to be a balance there. Otherwise, societies can't function and stuff. It's just that I don't understand the
we all agree this
concept
is control, right?
of like my behavior can now determine my scientific instinct.
I don't understand what that sentence means.
I mean, like, what is sociology? Sociology. What's it based off of? It's based off of the gender fluid behavior.
It would be based off of the way society acts.
Okay, thanks,
it's the study of
the way
social things in society.
Right. Okay, so the basic nature human choices in society, that's what sociology is based off of. But is there any foundation that would make we go back to the topic, like trans woman or trans man or vice versa?
Yes, they would fit into a socially constructed category of men and women.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense then. I can back my head around that, because as long as you take your scientific group and then you have a construction of behavior to mingle with the cultural norms of society, is that how it works?
Well, I would say
Like, not mingling.
I would say it's a deeper, like, intrinsic thing in them. Like, we all have just basic human psychology. We all have an internal sense of self, and their internal sense of self basically aligns with how their brain has categorized this group.
Okay, and then that's where we need to, like, establish a foundation of law, because when does that get out of hand? Because we know that science here gays our foundation with our X, X, and XY. But when we get behavior involved into that, we got to draw a line there or some stuff, because, like, if we get rid of
What?
heterosexuality, or I don't know, I'm going a little deep in this. I don't remember.
Why would we get rid of heterosexuality?
I mean, that's the foundation of science in itself, because that's what gives us life, for these sociology.
The foundation of science
behavior
is being straight.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, yeah, to a degree, because if we don't procreate, we are going to be like a.
You know that a gay
dodo
man,
bird?
you could have a gay man and a gay woman, and they could procreate with each other. They would still not be straight.
Yep. That's true. Yeah, I have friends like that too. Yeah, I get your meaning on that. So it really is the sociology behaviors that we have our foundation, that we're XX and XY, and we can label ourselves as trans, gay, and other
X
things in
and
between,
XY
as long as we still
chromosomes.
hold up the heterosexuality. Okay, okay, yep.
XX and XY chromosomes are just one of many ways that we can categorize sex.
Okay, sex. Yep.
It has nothing to do with gender.
So that's what I'm confused on, is because, like, gender means I can just say whatever I want as long as it gives a foundation to the XX and XY.
We
Like,
wouldn't
that
have
make
to give
sense?
any foundation to the XX and XY. That's about sex. We're talking about
So I
gender.
can be a dog because I'm a gender dog. I mean, like, or it could be a rat
Dog
or
is a
something.
species. Rabbit is a species.
Okay. We have to do in the human species level.
Well,
Okay.
we would want to do it via a gender, not a species.
Gender.
Gender
I'm
is
very-
an internal sense of self. Species would be
Internal sense of
about
self.
what your genome identifies you as on, like,
Oh.
a just strictly, like, species level. I don't know how to say it without saying the word species.
I get you. I get you. Yeah. So, like, it's internal interpretation of what the sex was, because we're not gender. It's just sex and the genotype and sex. It's an internal thinking process of your gender.
There is
right?
sex, which is your external phenotypic traits tied to reproduction. I guess there's also some internal phenotypic traits tied to reproduction. And then there's gender, which is your subjective sense of self. And how that
sense of self. Okay.
It's how that self aligns with or doesn't align with your brain's categorization on the sexes.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. So then, would you say that it's okay to do, like, tests to people? What is it called? I mean, like a sperm bank or something, where you give off your seed, and then the girl can procreate if they sign off the waiver form. I mean, is that the same thing as, like, gender? Because
what would we be testing? Do you think there's, like,
I mean,
you can tell someone's, like, internal sense of self from, like, a semen sample?
Yeah, good. I know you went there.
Are we voting troll or are we voting drunk?
Sort of, but yes
so
and no.
Confused.
We can't define ourselves from a semen sample because we don't have enough brainwave functions to determine our gender behavior or sociology behavior.
You wouldn't be able to tell someone's gender via a brainwave.
Okay, so it's a subjective feeling though. So if gender's like how would we understand gender. Like, if I can't be like a rat or dog, I don't know. It doesn't. I'm a little over the head on that. Like, I want to be I want to be a woman.
There's a really
right?
easy way to tell what someone's gender is. It's like it couldn't be easier.
Oh, I don't know how to do that yet.
You ask.
Oh, you ask. Okay.
Super
How would they
simple.
know though? Are they subjective though? Like, who are they answering to? Just themselves the whole time?
That's what subjective means.
Right. Yes. So it's just like, if we're going to establish science on X, X, and XY and heterosexuality to make offspring, and then we can be subjective about everything else in between, how would that give us a stable functioning in society? I mean, like, I agree with that too. I mean, it's more perspectives, you know, like, if I could be, like we were talking earlier, like a gay man and a lesbian make a kid, that makes sense, you know, but how would you know? Like, if they're, I don't know their gender, but like the sexual orientation it doesn't have to be, like, I guess if you're XX or XY, that's where it has to like happen to make society. So I mean, like, if you want to be
I'm
trans,
just gonna
or-
restate this again.
Okay,
Chromosomes
sorry.
are a part of
Yeah.
sex, not a part of gender.
And gender is what again?
A gender at its core is
Subjective
just
feeling?
an internal way your brain classifies itself.
Internal way you're, and I agree with that too, because like, I don't feel you, you don't feel me, and so like, whatever you feel is exactly what you think is you know, in your perspective.
I feel
and so that makes
confused is
sense.
what I feel.
So like, I'm not going to discriminate against trannies or whatever you want to call them. Or
so
like,
we don't. That's considered a slur. Just
sorry,
so you're aware.
transsexual. Yeah, sorry.
Even most people don't even like being called that. You could say transgender people, trans people for short, if you
Transgender
wanted
people.
to. That's a more
All right,
humanizing
all right,
way to
thank
talk
you.
about these people, you know?
Yep.
The longer this call
Well,
goes
I mean,
on, the more
appreciate it.
and
Like,
more
I
I
have a
feel like it's
cousin who's
not a
gay, and I have
troll.
another cousin on the other side of the family who's trans people.
I'm just
And
confused
they
why
go
you
by,
keep
like,
why do you keep talking about gay people?
I just don't understand. Like, if we were here to procreate in society, like, when we want to, like, I mean, because I have a friend too who's gay and then procreated with a woman and they divorced or whatnot, and they had like
But
children afterwards.
what does somebody being gay have to do with? You're sure you haven't had nothing to drink tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I've had like 2 bottles in, so you know, there's a little rumbling.
How
My
much
bad.
do you weigh?
About 100. No, gosh, you want to know?
Well, I'm just wondering what was the alcohol content in those 2 bottles?
For subjective reasons, I'm a stone cold sober. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. Well, and John, I appreciate it. I don't want to take up any more time again for everybody, but the trans people, I agree, and I can back my head around them that we're all people and we all deserve a piece. And so I won't discriminate against trans people ever. You know?
I mean, you did call them a slur earlier, so there was a little bit of discrimination there.
Oh, okay. I was naive. I didn't know what slurs meant. My bad. I shouldn't watch my tongue.
You don't know what slurs mean?
Well, like, what we can call yourself a slur? It's like a subjective thing. If someone's going to call me a slur or something, I'm like, that's subjective on what you think was a slur or whatnot. And I was like, hey, but you're my friend. You know, like, if a friend means a slur to you, I'm like, oh, I should have kept my mouth shut. My bad. If friend meant slur, you know, like,
Okay, I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on. Maybe drink some coffee, Sam. Just maybe some caffeine. I don't know. 219-327-8005. I feel like I need an adult now. God, we probably got a bunch of bingo squares on that one. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, not as much as I, not as many as, as I feel we gotta add. Call in if you disagree. Get my tablet real quick. I got nothing. No, there was no real real logical fallacy there, and he didn't ask what is a woman. That was crazy. I will give you pivoting. He definitely kept pivoting to gay people. He definitely kept pivoting to people being gay. I wonder if he wanted to tell me something. Odd. Very odd. 219-327-8005. If you want to support the show, you should also figure supporting the show. Jovan is what? What's Jovan? Oh, no one is communist? Well, I'm a communist. Yeah, I'm a damn dirty communist. Thoughts on Tim Curry? It's terrible. Rest in peace. He was in bad health. Like, it shocked me when Dolly died. Like, seeing the news that somebody in poor health who's like 80 years old dies doesn't like shock me. I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. But it's still sad. You know what's crazy? I started rewatching Young Justice yesterday, and Tim Curry is a character in Young Justice. I've had a lot of really weird things like that happen to me lately in the last like week. We are in a post-scarcity society. Quick Watch The Apprentice is crazy. Holy shit. If you only put on one performance on one night and don't charge for tickets, the licensing for student production of act time is estimated between 544 and 736. If they don't get their show up, I will literally offer to pay a theater and pay for them to do a one night only production of their show. What do you think of Andor? I never finished it, but from what I watched of it, it was pretty good. Which store gives off racist vibes more, Home Depot or Lowe's? Lowe's. Sunbelt Blue just gives off more of a racist vibe than orange. Ugh. Dude, I'm tired. Home Depot does give very lesbian vibes. MC Samuel, thank you so much. Said, let's go, Jovan. Thanks for debates. You're welcome. Yeah, we talked about the Target Halloween costume yesterday. Anyway, 219-327-8005 if y'all want to call in and debate. Dude, crazy shit in the news today. Just a crazy news day. True, where the likes at, y'all? Like this damn stream, bro. Y'all be wondering where the people be at? Like the stream. If anybody wants to call in with a question, feel free. If it's about communism, please have a very specific question. I can't answer you every little question about how every little thing under communism would work, right? That's just not how that works. Like, collectively, we would all decide these things together. So I can't really give you insight past, here's probably how I would structure it. You know what I mean? There's no like option on Twitch. Was I muted? I thought I unmuted. I said if we don't get a lot of calls, I'll play horror games tonight. Well, a horror game. For a set amount of time. Anyway. There's also just a lot of people live tonight. Why do I keep doing that? Why do I keep muting myself? Hey guys, I'm gonna say it again, and none of you are gonna fucking listen, and it's gonna piss me off. But I'm gonna say it again. If you're in the YouTube chat, people like West are never gonna call in. They're scared. When you engage with them in the chat and you respond to them, you are giving them what they want. You know what you should do? Just ignore. I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all this. Feels like I'm fucking... Oh, I'm talking to a fucking brick wall all the time with you guys. God damn. Where's that other game that I saw? Wasn't that? Oh, here it was. I swear, people don't be listening, dude. But they're so annoying. I don't care. Who cares? Okay, what the fuck, YouTube? Look, there. Now you guys can't even interact with him. God damn, bro. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Well, no, it's like people don't hear me. And you know what else is so frustrating sometimes? When y'all are like, when y'all like offer debate tips in the chat. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I don't need debate tips. I promise you. I've been doing this a long time. I love y'all. There is nothing you're gonna type that I have not already thought of. Another thing, listen. Okay, let me say another one. And I actually understand the need for this. So oftentimes there will be people who will message me and they'll be like, hey, I'm a trans person who's had this type of experience. If ever you think I could join you, maybe I can tell my story and it will change the mind of someone you're debating. I'm like, it won't. I'm sorry, it won't. They don't care about anecdotes. Or not even if they don't care about anecdotes, they don't actually care about you guys. So when they, when you just show up, all it's gonna do is it's gonna be, they're just gonna insult you, which is no point there. So I will bring up trans friends of mine who also debate because they understand like the arguments. But if you're just like, oh, I'm trans, believe me, it's not gonna change a bigot's mind. Might change a family member's mind. Won't change a bigot's mind, unfortunately. Atheist for Life said, you turned me into a socialist watching your videos and streams. Thanks for all you do. Hey, thank you. Thanks for becoming a socialist. What should I play? Oh, I literally just had a game. It's called Lurking Demo. Let's see. Lurking Demo. First person survival horror game set in a building infested by giant. Nope. 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 Not doing that one. Giant what? Giant spiders. I ain't doing that. Sorry. I love y'all. I don't love y'all that much. To play a game about giant spiders? Nah. No. I'm not even afraid of spiders. I'm afraid of really big spiders. You scared of giant spiders? Yeah. Yes. We probably should all be scared of giant spiders, not gonna lie. I'll install the demo. Guess that means Grounded is a no-no. No, I played enough Grounded that it doesn't scare me. So I've actually played so much Grounded that it doesn't scare me at all. If you haven't checked it out, Darkwood is a great top-down survival horror game with really cool art. I've never even heard of that. Spiders and Grounded don't scare me anymore. You know what's actually scarier than the spiders in Grounded? The arachnophobia mode in Grounded. It makes them even scarier. No, giant spiders in movies are fine. Because it's a movie. No movie can ever scare me, and it has ever scared me. Nah, VR horror is fucking buck. I ain't playing VR horror. Not right now. Maybe if I eventually have a bigger studio space. Choo Choo Charles isn't scary at all. I just have these two arcade cabinets. No, but did y'all see that person who basically made Pokemon Combat, but he made it like Claire Obscura? Claire Obscure. Yeah, what if Pokemon had the Claire Obscure Expedition 33 battle system? And it might be the coolest fucking shit I've ever seen in the world. Like, no holds bar. This would make Pokemon playable again. This would open up every world. Look at this shit. This would make Pokemon fun again. Like, give me this. Give me this. This is what I want. Have I played Baldi's Basics? Not in years. Like, this would be so sick, bro. Have you ever played Sort the Ducks? Yeah, 100%ed it. I finished my Arcanine. He's right there. Yeah, I know. How dare I want Pokemon to be good again? How dare I? Like, that's just so good, dude. That just looks so fucking good. Ever played Miside? Yeah. While ago. So when does Nintendo sue him? That's good. That's actually really good. That's a good bit. That's good. That's a good bit. Guess it's gonna be a slow night. We'll see what tomorrow brings us. Tomorrow's my last stream until Monday. You'll see me on Saturday with Forrest, Jesse, and other people who I forget because I haven't met them yet. Would you play Look Outside? Is it a horror game? I want to play a horror game. We're gonna play a game tonight. I want to play a horror game, but like a good horror game. Look Outside. Let me see. It's not my kind of game. I don't really want a horror RPG. And anything that reminds me of Fear and Hunger makes me want to blow my brains out. Please set some uploads for the VOD channel. The VODs are just automatically posted now on the main YouTube. The VOD channel is becoming my video essay channel. And when I tell you this next video essay script is a banger, bro. Just wait. Oh, it's such a banger, y'all. I've played all the Fears to Fathom games. Have you played Capture 2? No, I don't see it on Steam. Is it an IO game? I played Signalis. I played Phasmophobia. What is the new video essay about? Part of it's about the mouse. That's all I'll tell you. It's about the mouse. Are we leaving? I haven't decided yet. Captured 2. Oh. Oh, is this just an anomaly game? Yeah, it's just to find the anomaly thing. No, I've not played it before. It's got good reviews. Poseidon, that wasn't a good joke. Just gonna be so upfront. Arden's out of town. Voices of the Void, I still haven't learned it, yo. I don't have 20 fucking hours to sit down and try to learn the tutorial of that game. But goddamn, if I haven't watched like 20 Voices of the Void video essays, not rocking with anomaly games. It's not that I don't like them. It's just once you've played one anomaly game, you've kind of played all of them. You know? Played Darkwood and My Life Is Yours. Have I looked that one up yet? dark wood. Oh. I can put it on my maybe list. We consider playing Minecraft horror mods? No. No, I haven't. Ow. Is this what I think it is? Wait a minute. This is who I think it is, right? I played Still Wakes the Deep. It was a good game. Played all of it. I'm pretty sure Crybaby Joe is calling. Pretty sure that's who's calling right now. How do I find out? Oh, they hung up. Or Winnie hung up on them. Something hung up on somebody. Wait, is it Winnie screening today? I think so. That's about Crow Country. I've played Crow Country before. It was Joe. Yeah, it was Crybaby Joe. Fuck does he think is gonna happen, bro? Well, it's been a fucking slow stream. There really are a million call-in shows happening right now. And I have not been my usual conservative self, you know? I'm a little tired. How many people are in Jovan's Rogues Gallery? So many. Yeah, I'm not, Joe, don't say he didn't pick up. You wouldn't pick a topic. Shut the fuck up. The screeners can tell me what happened in the screening calls. You refuse to pick a topic. Shut the fuck up. Such a fucking crybaby. I was supposed to be on with Matt, but then I had to do something, family something, and then that ended, and now I'm here. Do you want an office hours calls about right-wing ideology? That's not a question. What's the actual question? Joe is such a fucking crybaby, bro. Upset that he's gotten spanked by me in debates like 3 times before. And now I was like, ooh, you need to debate, chicken shit. Like, we haven't debated already multiple times. Like, the videos aren't up and posted. God damn. What a fucking baby. Do you still play City Skylines 2 sometimes? Sometimes. It's a background game. I'll play it sometimes when I'm working on other stuff. Like if I'm editing, it'll be one of the games that I'll play in the background. Right now I'm playing Spider-Man, Miles Morales specifically. You played Super Monkey Ball? Oh yeah, I love Super Monkey Ball. Oops. I know I've said this before, but I appreciate the way you disable ads in stream to make your stream fully accessible to non-subs. Yeah, I don't need the ad revenue, so there's no reason for me to have ads on. I mean, would it be nice to have the extra ad revenue? Yeah, but I don't really need it. So, do you VR? No, I used to. Back in my day. Back in my day, we would VR with the best of them. I never played Spider-Man, but does Venom chase around the city? Not in Sony Spider-Man. Yeah, the Steam's new VR headset looks really nice. Not even gonna lie. Hate that Twitch makes you do ads. I mean, my Twitch shouldn't be running ads, but I think they run some on their own. But I basically turned ad, like I'm not earning any ad rev on Twitch. Yeah. Most Steam stuff is very nice because they actually give a shit. Bro, did you see somebody, I think it was Battlefield? There's some video game, some shooter game this person owned They put like 200 plus hours into the game, but a game mode that they loved in the game was taken out of the game. And so they asked Steam for a refund, and Steam was like, yep, sure. It's like, holy shit, bro. Kind of fair, yo. Not Naima being online right now and not joining me on stream. Everybody go to Naima's stream and be like, when are you co-hosting with Joanne again? Any good conversations? Nah, conservatives are too scared to really debate much anymore. I need to start scheduling debates. Is Naima hair soup? Yeah. I told Naima we gotta work on some of her arguments. I get really critical of certain arguments, you know. I'm like I always feel like people can do better, you know. I would love to see Jovan debate the amazing Lucas. I don't even know who that is. I don't know these people. What the fuck is that? Somebody dumb? Who the fuck is this? Why is his profile picture AI? Aren't you a real dude? Political commentary that doesn't pick sides. Stupid. No tribal loyalty. Stupid. Dumb. I don't pick a side, though, motherfucker. Oh, they were also still advertising the game mode after they took it down. Oh, yeah, you know. Siobhan needs to work on his misogyny arguments before he says stuff like that. I don't make misogyny arguments, stupid. I don't really debate misogyny, you dumbass. We got Joe crying in chat again. Do you know how DSA candidates should respond when asked about Hassan? They should fucking sing his praises. When these candidates, like, it's so stupid. It's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. How do you feel about this internet streamer? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? How do you feel about the fact that healthcare costs are soaring? That's more fucking important. Like, we're gonna talk about if you give a fuck. Oh, do you disavow what Hassan said? What? That's so stupid. So at this point, go completely the other way. Just be like, I fuck with Hassan. Whatever he said, I agree with probably. Like, it's so dumb. And it's so clearly fake outrage. Like, why are we falling for it? Who gives two fucks? Sorry, that shit really fucking annoys me. It's like when people are debating Israel and Palestine, I'm like, well, do you condemn Hamas? What does condemning Hamas do? It does nothing except stroke your fucking emotional egos. What does it do? Anyway, sorry, that shit just pisses me the fuck off. Yo, that thunder shook my house, bro. Oh my God. Still going. That was like 15 seconds of uninterrupted thunder. I'm gonna die. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. Joanne, you're from Florida, right? Yeah. Shane's got an office hours question. Shane from New York, what's up? What's your question?
Hello?
Yeah. What's up? What's your question, Shane?
Can you hear me? I'm hearing like
Yes.
music in the background.
Yeah, there's music. There's music playing. Yeah. How loud is it? It might be loud.
Like really loud that I can't hear
My
you.
bad.
Cool.
How's that?
You're good. You're good.
All right. What's your question, Shane?
I agree with all your points of the board. But I watched a video with you and Jimmy the other day, and you said that the topic was about the Cuban Revolution and why there was an exodus of plantation owners, and you said it was because they were racist.
Yep.
So my question is the source for that, and is that the only? Are you claiming that's the only reason why they
No,
left?
that's one of the largest. Devin Benson has a really good piece on this. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's called Anti-Racism in Cuba, The Unfinished Revolution. And they have a complete chapter about Cuban migration to Miami and how it was connected with post-revolution, racial segregation, and all that stuff.
And who's the author?
Devin Benson.
Okay. So how much would you say was motivated by racism?
I mean, the Golden Exile was like massively. I'd say it was probably the largest factor of the exile. Was
The largest factor. So you don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
it wasn't because of ideological lines?
It wasn't
He didn't
because of
wanna take
what?
the ownership of the land for ideological lines. Like he didn't take them out for ideological reasons.
Well, the ideology would have been racism. They wanted to maintain, like, you got to look at the mass exodus and how it was like massively like white Cubans, right? Because they didn't want to give up their white supremacist role in society. So if you read that book, Benson literally has a chapter. It's called From Miami to New York and Beyond. And she quite literally goes into detail about it. So I would read that. She's going to be able to give you more insight in the book than I am.
Okay,
But yeah.
I'll look into it. So just for let's say I'm making an argument. So if let's say for example they decided they didn't want to be racist, right? Yeah, sure, we're not racist anymore. Is he still taking the land from the plantation owners or telling them to leave?
Well, yeah, he's still naturalizing plantations, yes.
So he's forcing them out because for ideological lines.
He didn't tell them they had to leave. They chose to leave.
If they didn't leave, what would happen to them?
I mean, they could have stayed and worked on those plantations like everybody else if they wanted to.
He wouldn't make them political prisoners or do any authoritarian stuff?
There's too many factors at play here to determine that. That would be dependent on a lot. That would be dependent on a lot of different things. Are they willingly giving up their plantations? Did they try to fight back on the naturalization process? Like what? Like there would be a bunch of different factors that would determine if these people became political prisoners or not. But I don't know if I'm in Castro's shoes and I'm trying to nationalize this industry, and I come in as the leader of the country and I say, hey, we're going to naturalize this, and someone says, no, you can't naturalize mine, And I'm like, and I go, okay, well, I'm going to take it. And they're like, well, I'm going to fight back about that because the only way they can fight back is with force. Then yeah, that person's now become like an enemy of the state, right? So either they're going to go in prison, or I'm going to say, if you don't want to get with the program, you can go somewhere else.
I don't know, man. Like
you don't know what should white supremacist plantation owners have been able to keep the plantations?
I haven't read the book, but I'll grant you the argument that they're white supremacists. I mean, my initial reaction, because I don't know anything about Cuban history, but I did hear that claim, and I was like, okay, that seems like it. I'll give you my opinion. Like, my initial reaction is that seems like a simplistic view of it, but again, I don't know anything, so I can't really argue against you until I investigate it myself. But my initial reaction is no, I wouldn't want the racist plantation owners to be in power.
All right. Well, if they refuse to give up power, what do you do?
I mean, I guess you get rid of them. I guess you get rid of them. Black and white or something. But my main issue is like what I don't like about communism and socialism is the authoritarian bent that seems to happen, and I don't like
authoritarianism and capitalism.
To some degree, but not like there are ways that. So in the system we have now, there are ways to say it again.
So what do you mean to some degree? There's direct authoritarianism happening in capitalism.
What do you? Okay, give me an example.
Did Donald Trump not throw Mahmoud Khalil into federal prisons?
Absolutely.
For protesting?
100%. Yes, we did.
He's being thrown into a prison for
correct.
Okay, he's being thrown into prison for protesting authoritarianism.
That's bad. Yes.
Okay,
that's bad. But like,
that's capitalism.
In democracies, there are ways. In democracy, there are ways to fight back against that through legal means, right? Like, he's not there anymore. Like, yes, it's a travesty of justice that he was, illegally sent to a foreign gulag. It's absurd. And Donald Trump is kind of like a unique case in American history that I don't think that every president has been.
Donald Trump is not. Unfortunately, Donald Trump is not a unique case in American history.
To be this blatantly lawless, I don't agree with that.
No. When it comes to authoritarian measures, right? Like look at Abu Ghraib.
We can look at Andrew Jackson. We can look at
Abu Ghraib wasn't Donald Trump, right? Abu Ghraib wasn't Donald Trump. I would say Abu Ghraib is like pretty big on how America uses its authoritarian reach even across the fucking world to run shit.
Yeah, but that's bad. Like, I would agree that these are bad things.
Yes, but we're saying we should keep these things. You don't want to absolve the system that's creating these things.
Well, we could reform that. I don't see how you'd be able to reform that in like a one.
How do you reform a system that creates secret prisons in other countries and tortures innocent people? How do you reform that system?
You would have to put somebody in power and to get the people behind you to, not do those things.
How do you reform it when the people in power can be controlled by the money? How do you reform a system that utilizes a surveillance state?
I mean, it's going to be hard. I don't know. I don't have the answer for you. I don't know how we would be able to do that.
I think the answer is we don't reform it. We abolish it and start over.
Abolish what? Capitalism or democracy?
Yes.
What are we talking about?
Democracy is nothing. Democracy is just about who gets a vote. No, we abolish capitalism.
Yeah.
Capitalism's the problem.
Why can't we reform capitalism?
Because the system is inherently, the system of capital is inherently exploitative. I don't want to reform an exploitative system. Even if we reform it, it will still be exploitative.
And we wouldn't have that with communism?
No, communism is not exploitative. Like foundationally at its core, communism is not about exploitation. Foundationally at its core, capitalism is about exploitation.
It does use coercion and authoritarianism in order to maintain itself. Do we agree on that?
No, we wouldn't agree on that.
Okay, why would you say it doesn't?
What are
You
you
have an
defining?
example
How?
of
Wait,
communist
wait, wait, wait,
state
wait,
that
wait,
does
wait,
that?
wait. First of all,
Yeah,
there's no
sorry.
examples of communist states. Second of all, you'd have to show me how communism's in its core ideology pushes for authoritarianism. Capitalism in its core ideology pushes for exploitation. Communism doesn't do that.
I don't know if I agree with that. I would need to think that through a little more. I don't know if I agree with that
How do you
statement
make
on
a profit on
capitalism.
something?
You have to you have to you have to shortchange your workers in order to make a profit. Yes. Yes.
Yep, there's two ways to profit. Either you sell something for more or you pay people less to make it. Either way,
I mean,
the
that's
value, if you have profit, that means that there's a value for this item or service that
yeah,
didn't go to the person
yes,
whose labor went into producing the service. That's inherently exploitation.
yes. I mean, there's an agreement between the laborer and the profiteer,
Doesn't
right?
matter if there's an
That
agreement.
this is the why wouldn't that matter?
Agreeing to something doesn't make it not exploitation.
Um, hold on, let me think about that a little bit more.
Do prostitutes agree to be prostitutes? Sorry, I don't even think I don't think they like that term anymore. Do sex workers,
Yeah.
who are on the street, do they agree
Mhm.
to be sex workers? The answer is oftentimes yes. They make an agreement that yes, this is what I'm going to do to make money and all these other things. That doesn't mean they're not then being exploited by the people who are holding whatever contract they're holding. They're still being exploited. Just like any labor would be exploited because you are not being paid the full value of the labor. Literally all labor under capitalism is inherently exploitative.
I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. I don't know about that. I don't know if I completely agree with that. I can't come up with an argument right now, but I don't know if I agree with that. That's okay. So I just don't. I don't know. Well, where is the authoritarianism? I don't like that. I don't. I don't
Honestly,
like
I'm going to keep it $1.50 with you.
repression. I don't.
I'm going to keep it $1.50
Go
with
ahead.
you.
Yeah.
If that authoritarianism leads to everybody having food, water, shelter, healthcare, I don't give a shit. If that authoritarianism leads to people like no longer being exploited and getting to like live a fulfilling life without having to worry about whether or not they can make ends meet, I don't care. Like
But then you'd be violating the rights
what
of
is
the
the
people that don't agree with you, though, right?
Sorry, violate what rights? What rights do you think I'm violating?
If you're being authoritarian and someone doesn't agree with you and you're locking them up as a political prisoner,
No, I'd be locking up people that are threats to the community. Do you think we shouldn't lock up people that are threats to the community? Most people I'm just going to kick out. Most people I'm going to say just leave, go somewhere else. But if you're a direct threat, if I have a system that I have in which everybody in that system is eating and everybody in that system has food and everybody in that system has water and they have shelter and they have healthcare and they have all of these things. So I've created this system where all of this exists. And someone comes in and goes, I want to take that food out of people's mouths. I want people to lose the homes that they're in. I want people to be thirsty. And I want people to die because they can't get access to medical care. Why the fuck would I not take that person out?
Well, you're making the assumption that the person would want all those things. I say so.
If
you would
you
only
want
have
to
a
go
one-party
back
state
to,
in your-
if
in
we
your
have a system where needs are met and you want to go back to a system where people are need insecure, then you absolutely do want those things. If I have,
What if the community doesn't agree with you? Like,
what if would you
have like a capitalist party?
What if wait? What if the community doesn't agree with what specifically? Having their needs met? Why would the community disagree with having their needs met?
I couldn't imagine, but that's irrelevant. The point is, what if you have a party? So you wouldn't have a capitalist party in the state.
No.
It would be, or in your system, excuse me.
No.
they wouldn't be allowed to exist.
It would you
What if they just
cannot
didn't agree
own
with you?
you cannot own private property. If every person goes, we don't agree, Javon, we want to go back to dying, then fuck it. They can all die at that point.
I mean, of course you'd say that. 'Cause
What?
you us
Like,
do
what
that,
do you
but they
want?
wouldn't agree in this
No,
scenario.
it's just such a silly question. Like, what do you like? If everybody who's living in a home goes, we don't want to live in these homes anymore. Instead, we want to have to work and buy our homes from somebody who makes a bunch of money off the purchase, only for those homes to depreciate in value. Okay. Well, we no longer want our water to be free. We want to pay for our water. We want to give one singular person a bunch of money to access that water. I mean, at that point, then they're going to die, and people are going to go back to what we're at now, and people are going to die, and the world's going to fall apart. And then you know what? I tried. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's a silly question.
You're assuming that you're assuming that your system would work in that way. Like, it would be perfect, and there would be
Nobody's saying it's perfect.
Everybody's needs.
Wait. No, I don't assume it would be perfect. I do assume the needs would be met.
Okay, excuse me. Yeah, let me reframe that. Not perfect, but like, your ideal system would remove everybody's needs would be met, and it wouldn't have any issues. Is what I'm saying.
I'm not claiming there wouldn't be issues. I'm saying, why would someone move from a system in which they have their needs met to a system that doesn't?
Well,
there will still be tons of issues. There will be interpersonal issues with people. There will be larger community issues that need to be taken care of.
Yeah.
But if the question becomes, will I let somebody start to own private property again so they can begin exploiting people for profit, so they can then amass that profit into wealth, so they can then hoard that wealth for themselves and take it directly out of the mouths of somebody else? No, I'm not going to let that happen. And if everybody in the community goes, well, we actually prefer this, then I guess the world is fucked, and I'm just going to go live on an island and let y'all suffer. And I'll fucking do my own shit. It's not getting to the core of anything. It's not a question that gets us to
if you're admitting,
holy shit.
No, I think it's an important question, because if your system comes up into problems, people are going to want answers to the problems. What if they're like, okay, well, this system isn't working. Let's try something else.
Problem.
And they're like, well, maybe, huh?
This isn't a real problem.
What isn't a real problem?
The idea that we abolish private property, and then all out of nowhere, the majority of people who aren't wealthy right now, right? The majority of people who are having their needs met would rather move to a system of exploitation is not something that's going to happen. You didn't see a bunch of people breaking free of the Matrix going, I want to go plug back into the Matrix. There wasn't a thing.
Again, you're assuming that there's not going to. The reason why I'm bringing up what if people don't like this, what I'm saying is that what if there's a problem that will make people want to be like, I want to try something else. We already established
a problem like what?
Not going to be perfect.
A problem like what?
I can't. I don't know.
We can't do vagaries. There's nothing I can do with vagaries. Like, I literally can't do anything with that.
Okay.
What problem? Like, give me a specific problem and I can tell you what a solution might be. But the solution is not going to be give back ownership to 1% of the people. 75% of the population live in the global south. They aren't going to be like, yeah, let's vote to go back to living in the global south. Let's go back to food insecurity. Let's go back to water scarcity. Look at what's happening in fucking what is it, Gary, Indiana right now? Look what's happening over there. Do you think if the people of Gary, Indiana right now were like, hey,
where the blackouts are.
Yeah, if we were like, hey, we're gonna get the power grid fixed, and the power grid will always be fit, and you blah, blah. Do you think they're gonna go, no, let's go back to the system in which wealthy profit owners will cut corners when it comes to infrastructure, and then we have massive blackouts for weeks at a time? Let's go back to water companies skimping out on infrastructure, and then our water gets poisoned like in Flint. Why would people wouldn't want to return to these systems? The only people that would be the people who've lost their massive wealth and power. And fuck those people. Truly, they can kick rocks.
I I don't. I mean, you don't. We don't necessarily have to go back to like capitalism as it exists now. Um, it doesn't have. It doesn't have to be the way that it is right now.
There is
There
no
can be a balance.
way. There is
Um,
no way for private ownership not to exploit. It's an inherently exploitative system. The only way to keep it from exploiting would be to regulate it into an unrecognizable beast. And at that point, if you're going to regulate it so heavily anyway, just abolish it. Like, what's the point of keeping around something that you have to change so much that it becomes unrecognizable? Just do the new thing.
I mean, I don't. I mean, we can have like SPR introduce socialist policies into the system, and it works for well, it doesn't work for everybody, but
Those aren't social. No,
I don't
social
see
programs
why
are not socialist.
it's not. You wouldn't say it's borrowing from socialist ideas.
No,
Why not?
because it's not changing who owns the means of production.
I don't know if I agree with that either, but sure, I'll agree to that. No, yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced, but I can't really. I don't really have an argument against some of what you're saying, but I mean that's fine. Uh, yeah, I guess that's all I had to say, really.
All right, Shane. Sure.
All right.
I thought that was just going to be a regular office hours call. I really should have hit record. I just don't understand, dude. Like, hey, wouldn't people like it to be exploited again? Like, fuck, dude. This system is burning. And we still have people sitting on the fence about it. This is why I fucking hate Dems. I don't know what Shane was. I just mean the Democratic Party and people who are staunchly Dem. Like that fucking Jufro kid that's fucking going around debating everybody who's liberal as fuck. Like, I'm sorry. You are supporting a system that's inherently exploiting people and you don't give a fuck because you're so American centered. I'm not talking about the caller, by the way. What's his name? That David kid or whatever that's on those Jubilee videos. Like, it's so American centered. It fucking fries my brain. Most people don't live in America. I actually think I have the numbers wrong. 85% of people live in the global south. 85%. Fuck capitalism, dude. Like, fuck it. 85% of people. Half of all of the country of Africa or the continent of Africa. I say country like a fucking idiot. Half of all of the continent of Africa is food insecure. Africa as a continent has a 56% food insecurity rate. Fuck it, dude. Why are we still doing this? Why are liberals still this fucking spineless? Well, what would you do for someone that doesn't want to be in the system? They can face the fucking wall for all I give a fuck. Now, I'll be nice and tell them they can just leave. But fuck, dude, what do you mean? What would you, here's a question for you. What would you do to somebody who refused to free their slaves? When the US came in, it's the same fucking question. Slaves were considered property. They were private property. And the US said, we're abolishing this, we're getting rid of it. What do you think those people did who refused to give up their slaves? What did they do? And what do you think we did to them? That's my answer. That is my answer. If you ever want to know what I would do to somebody that refused to give up their private property, the same shit we did to people that refused to give up their slaves. Full stop. What's up, Billy? Democrats are not unified because the tent is big. I agree. But I fucking can't stand capitalists. I can't stand it. I just think the best way to get resources to people is the way that makes 85% of people live in the global south. That's just the best way, guys. We have no other way that we could do it effectively. Fuck off. Shut the fuck up. The FAO, the Food and Agriculture Organization, like of the United States, literally posits that like, what is it? What is the number? Hold on, because the number's fucking startling. 60% of sub-Saharan Africa is either moderately or severely food insecure. How much global food waste is there in pounds? Take a guess. 1.5 billion metric tons of food waste per year. That is 6 billion pounds of food waste per day. The world wastes 2.3 trillion pounds of food per year. But no. And look, I get it. Some of that's expired food. Sure. Some of that is because people overbuy. Sure. But I feel like we could figure out how to better distribute food so we don't waste 1.5 billion metric tons, which again is 2.3 trillion pounds of food per year. And that's just wasted food. That's the food we waste. The average person, by the way, eats about roughly 1,500 to 2,000 pounds of food per year. So, what is 2.3 trillion divided by 2,000? Let's go on the high end. 1.15 billion. So just on food waste alone, we could feed 1/8 of the population. That's not counting the food that's not wasted. Like, fuck off. There's no reason for this. It is just stupid. It is greed. And I'm so sick of holding water for greedy ass motherfuckers. refusing people the right to own things is still kind of extreme, though? No, it's fucking not. There's already tons of shit you can't own. Please. But also, you would own it. Everyone would own it. That's the thing. It's not owned by a singular person, it's owned by everyone. Productive means would be owned by everyone. Land, labor, capital, technology, owned by everyone. The factory in your town is owned and run by the people working at that factory. Your home is owned by you. Your car is by you. The fleet of trucks used to deliver food is owned by the workers, or you might even say it's owned by the community in large. There is this idea, there's also this really dumb idea, in my opinion, that we have this right to property. This right that comes out of nowhere. This right that is like all rights is just this foundational thing that we're saying this is how, this is specifically how two beings should be able to engage with each other. And what we're saying is, well, I think that these two beings should be able to engage in a way in which one of them can exploit the other. No. Pause. Stop. I hate it. What and the only reason someone has the right to own property is because they had a bigger stick. That's it. That's the only thing that gave you the right to own any property to begin with. I had a bigger stick and could take it and defend it. That's it. But what if someone wants two homes? For fucking what? What's the point of it? They just want it. So what? I want a rocket ship. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get one. Sorry, it's just so fucking annoying, dude. And it's most annoying talking to liberals about. It drives me up a wall. I get it when conservatives are about this. That's what they're about. But it's so frustrating talking to liberals about this shit, dude. It's so frustrating. That's why I think I need to start a fucking leftist version of PragerU, bro. Commie U. DSA, give me money to produce this. But I want to own 10 houses. And then I want to sell that house to somebody else who would be sleeping on the street without it. Fucking what? Well, we can't plan an economy. That's just too hard. Oh, that's too hard for people. How do we predict the market? Why do we fucking need a market? We don't need a fucking market. We don't need a goddamn fucking market. Shut the fuck up. This is just something that's too hard for us. It's too hard for us to do. It's too, you know the worst part? I have an artist. I could ask Grace. Me and Grace could work on a PragerU for kids. It's just a lot. I think when Grace did my intro, it was like 30 seconds. She charged $300. So essentially $100 for every 10 seconds of work. But we could do it. We could do a PragerU alternative. First episode, what is the Global South? Fuck it, who wants to fund Peg Me You? Jovan, pause. Jovan, unpause! Sorry, I'm heated right now. $300, she must like you for that low price. I think it's also because I didn't give her a time limit. I was just like, whenever you finish it is when you finish it. It's just annoying, dude. Like, what do you mean 85% of the world lives in abject poverty and we just don't give a fuck? What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? 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 Let's see. Hold on, let's look. What do you mean? What do you mean 25% of the planet lacks access to essential medicines? What do you mean? That's 1 in every 4 people on the planet lack access to essential medicines. What are we fucking doing, dude? Why? Why is this? Why do we live like this? Why do we just accept this? Why do these liberal fucking pricks just keep on going, well, you know, I just can't see a way out of it. I just can't see a way out of this. But Jovan, how will I get my PlayStation 5? Fuck your PlayStation 5. Fuck it. Fuck your PS5. Smash it with a hammer. Fuck you. You don't get, oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm just so annoyed. You don't get to complain about your fucking wants while there are people who need help. And like, I get it. Like, I'm not saying you can't complain, like, right? First world problems, but whatever. Obviously complain, obviously be upset if you can't. Like, I'm upset I didn't get the fucking Freddy Fazbear animatronic. I'm still fucking pissed about it. But like, in the long scheme of things, it doesn't fucking hurt me. I still have a roof over my fucking head. There are some people, and that's just because, and that's me not being able to spend $500 on something frivolous. There are people who can't spend $500 on bills. But they just have to fucking suffer because we live in a fucking country where the cost of living has outpaced the fucking cost of pay 100 times over. And what do we do about it? What do we do? No, let's keep voting in fucking liberals. Guys, they're gonna fix everything. These millionaires are still gonna fix everything for us. Yay! Yay, we love the millionaires, yay! Fuck off! I'm spiraling right now. But what about free Wi-Fi? There's actually no reason why most large cities shouldn't have citywide free Wi-Fi. It's actually real fucking easy to do. You flick on a fucking switch. It actually wouldn't be fucking hard. But no, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna watch as the world is literally burning. It's burning. Oh man, I sure wonder what we're gonna do when the bulk of pollution is produced by 11 companies. I'm not joking. The bulk of the world's global pollution is produced by 11 companies. 11. 1. Wait, I'll pull up the exact number. I'll pull up the exact fucking number. I hate this place. I hate it. I hate it all so much. I hate it so much, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Huh? Sorry, I said 11. I was misquoting something. It's 71% of all global industrial emissions since 1988 trace back to 100 fossil fuel producers. 71% of global industrial emissions. Yay! But yeah, no, we're the assholes if we don't throw our cans in the blue bin. Yeah, no, it's our fault. It's our fault. You gotta throw your cans in the blue bin, guys. You gotta throw your fucking cans in the blue bin, everybody. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why, guys, that's why the polar ice caps are melting, is because we're not throwing our cans in the blue bins. It couldn't be the fact that we designed specifically non-walkable cities and suburbs where people live out in the middle of nowhere primarily so they could get away from fucking black people. And so they live out in these suburbs where they have to drive around and produce all these carbon emissions because God fucking forbid we create walkable cities with lots of trees and lots of flowers. But hey, even when we had trees in rural areas, did you know that there was a fucking concerted effort in urban environments to remove trees because they thought it made black people dumber? Because they thought it deprived them of oxygen? Do you know this was a real fucking thing that happened? But yeah, no. Why would we ever fix any of these things? Why would we want? But you know, that's at least New York created that big park, right? That big park with all those trees in which they destroyed a black village to put in. Yeah, makes total sense. Makes so much sense. But yeah, no, it's trans people. That's the thing that's most harming the country right now. That's the thing. It couldn't be that 40 million people are underinsured and 30 million are uninsured. It's definitely trans people's fault. Yeah. Whew. Damn, those you tricky trans people, you're the reason. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Fucking. Oh, but no, it's definitely the immigrants, guys. Whew, watch out. Those immigrants are coming for your paychecks. It's the immigrant. It couldn't possibly be that 42% of all of your wages go, or all of the value of the dollars you produce, that 42% of that. It couldn't be that 42% of that goes to, that surplus value goes to the people who run your companies. Couldn't be. Couldn't be that your company keeps 42% of your excess wages. Maybe that's what's keeping you poor. Maybe it's predatory loans. Maybe it's the fucked up system of credit. Oh, I know. Let's invent a system that will let people borrow from us, okay? We will then charge them disgustingly high interest rates, you know? If this magical number is too low, because for some reason it go like highest is 800 for some fucking reason. But if this magical number is too low, then we won't let them rent property from us. It might, or we'll just triple charge them. Oh, we'll triple charge them. And now they're living in our property. And I got a call from one of these people and they said, hey, how come when I pay you rent, it doesn't go on this magical number thing? Why not? Why doesn't the rent go on this magical number thing? So it takes the magical number for me to get this, but it doesn't count towards the magical number when I have it? Fuck off. And I know, hey, wait, I know what we'll do. Wait, I have an idea. Let's tell children. Are you ready for this? Let's tell children that from the ages of 5 to 18, that the most important thing they can do is go to college. Let's tell them this. Okay, wait, shh, guys, listen, shh, listen, shh, listen. So we're gonna force children into this place called school. And the whole purpose of this school is going to be to get them ready for higher school. But this higher school is gonna cost thousands of dollars. Okay? But I have a problem with this, sir. How are they gonna pay for these higher schools? Oh, well, let me tell you. So what we'll do is we will get them loans. So these 18-year-old kids will borrow thousands of dollars from us. And then we'll charge them absolutely disgusting interest rates. And we'll make back so much more than we gave them. Genius. It's fucking genius. Do you ever notice that if you repeat some of these things, they sound like a supervillain, but we just let them happen? It sounds like supervillain shit. Can somebody who's in the chat who pays student loans right now tell me how much you've paid? Tell me how long you've been paying student loans. Tell me what you borrowed. Tell me how long you've been paying. Tell me what you pay a month, and tell me how much principal you still owe. That's what it, like, oh. But yeah, no, I get it. This is the system that works the best. This one. I actually feel like I'm gonna have an actual breakdown. Like it's so, and I don't blame the person who called in. I'm not mad at them. It's just, dude, how much do we have to keep this shit up for? How many kids have to watch their parents work themselves to the point that their bodies don't work? You wanna know some fucked up shit? I worked in health insurance for a while. I specifically did insurance claims and policy information for the US railroads. So I worked on the railroad line. Now, railroad employees had great insurance, typically. Let me ask you something. If you're working on the railroads and on the rail tracks, you guys think it's loud? You guys think it might be pretty loud? Right? It might be pretty loud, right? You're working next to trains. They're pretty loud. You know what's something we didn't cover for retired railroad workers? Hearing aids. We didn't offer coverage for hearing aids. It's a joke. 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 It has to be a joke. It's a joke. I can't do it. But I come on here every day to argue with people who are trying to tell me, no, this is the best system. No, this one is the best we'll ever have it. No, this system right here, guys. I don't know what to do. And I feel so often that like what I'm doing is I'm not doing anything. Who the fuck am I helping? I'm just coming on here to yell at people while the world dies. Chat's asking for the source on the planting trees thing. I'd have to find it. It's been so long since I looked at it. Javon, you're changing minds. Am I? You have most liberals in the country who are so pissed at Hassan Piker, of all people. Because that's what's important right now. But do you disavow Hassan? No, actually I don't. Because he's been able to convince a lot of people to be anti-capitalists. So no, I'm sorry, I don't disavow that. I'll never disavow that. And I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, well, you know, I don't agree with everything he says. No, fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck you. Fuck you if this is the thing that I should be pissed about. While I'm watching as a school fucking rips an anti-racist show out of kids' hands 2 nights before opening. Fuck you. If this is what I should give a fuck about, you're upset Hassan said the US deserved 9/11. That's what you're upset about? The United States, that has been like one of the largest fucking imperialist powers ever, who's destroyed other countries? You want me to be mad at Hassan? Fuck off. I don't even know the guy, and I'm not gonna fucking be up here. Like, no, fuck you. How about be mad that the United States ran a fucking secret prison where 95% of the people that they fucking tortured were innocent? Maybe that's what I should be fucking angry at. Maybe I should be angry at the 150 fucking schoolgirls that we double tapped. Fuck you. I'll do you one better. My overall hospital bill as of right now with insurance is $420,000. With insurance, that's your portion? I hate it. I hate. But I bet Billy asked, I would love to see what they paid. You know, I once saw a fucking claim for a peanut butter test, like peanut butter allergy test, that cost somebody like $4,000 just to see if their kid was allergic to peanut butter. No, I can't stand it. Condemn Hassan. How about instead I condemn the fact that kids have to watch their parents destroy their bodies in order to be able to afford the bare necessities? Maybe that's what I should be fucking angry at. Maybe I should be angry at the fact that we have all these fucking schools that have cut art programs because they can't afford them. Meanwhile, you have other schools in wealthier districts spending millions of dollars on fucking stadiums. Fuck you. Maybe I should be mad at the fact that, like, we still fucking are so fucking puritanical that sex workers struggle to even create unions so they can have some protection in their jobs. Maybe I should be angry at the fact that fucking Starbucks workers have been fired because their companies are so anti-union. But you want me to be mad that a streamer said shit? Fuck off. Suck my fucking balls. No, I'm not doing that. Every single person who comes up here, condemn left-wing violence. Fuck you. Condemn the fact that people can't afford to live. You want to talk about violence? You want to look me in the eyes and tell me BLM riots are so violent while ignoring what actual political violence is? You want to look me in the eye and tell me the attack on trans people is not political violence? You want to look me in the eye and tell me that the ramping up of ICE is not direct political violence? You want to look me in my fucking face and tell me it's not political violence when we cut SNAP benefits? Fuck you. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not gonna play this fucking stupid game. Such bullshit, dude. It's such bullshit. Oh, but kids gotta go to schools with metal detectors and clear backpacks and fucking can't wear light up shoes because what if you're fucking caught in the dark? But yeah. Oh my God. Let's fucking talk about violence. Yeah. Fucking suck mine, bro. I'm sorry. I just can't fucking have the niceties anymore. And I'm not going to have the fucking balls to sit here and have some level of fucking chill with fucking imperialists. You know what Han Solo did to imperialists? Was much better than what we're doing. Meanwhile, most of this country can't read past a 6th grade level. And by that, I mean they can't understand things written at a reading level above the 6th grade. And I wonder why people don't know this shit. You're not taught in school how to properly research. You're not taught how to properly vet. You're taught, here's how you write in MLA format. Here's how you write MLA. Suck my dick. Parents shouldn't have to fucking put air tags in their kids' shoes so they can fucking find their bodies. Fuck you. Sorry, I'm annoyed. Okay. Let me chill. Just some old bullshit, bro. John, thank you for the Venmo for the dick sucking fund. Dude, everybody I know has a story about how poverty's fucked them over. And you want me to sit here and be upset? You want me to sit here and fucking cry foul because DSA candidates are winning? The Dems are moving too radically left. Oh my god, they're too radical. They're gonna get rid of all that private property. Fuck you. That's so fucking stupid. Like, what do you mean? People have to literally drive. It is cheaper for some people to go to Mexico to get their prescription drugs, and you want me to be upset that DSA candidates are winning. Eat every brown fleck in my boot-hole. What? Oh my god. I gotta do it this way. Sometimes my Venmo tool just doesn't work the right way. I gotta figure out why. I gotta figure out why. Why? Tell me why I'm mid-crash out. Why? Honey, let me know why. Whitney, thank you for the Venmo. What did you say? Monthly subscription for a long time now. I've learned so much. Valid Crash of today. Thank you for all your streams. It's the only form of media I look forward to every day. Damn, don't tell me that. I'm not that good. Baby Boomer got a house, a pool, and a sweet Pontiac Trans Am with 4 awards. I won. I hope y'all go homeless. No fucking dead ass, bro. You better than Dean Jovan? I gotta clip some of that crash out from earlier. I wasn't even planning on crashing out that long. Please take my call. You're in the queue. I mean, I feel like this caller's trying to form an opinion about the economy. I feel like everything I just said should have done that for you, no? No? This was... I gotta be honest, man. I don't really want to talk about that today. I get it. You want to have a conversation about like how to talk to people about left-leaning values and whatnot. I don't know how, honestly, nothing seems to get through to liberals or conservatives at this point. So I don't know. I have 4 questions I've written down. All right, come on up, Christian. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Come my call. I'm a big fan. So I'll get right into the meat of it. You already saw my first question, but I would like to know specifically where should I look to form my econ opinions, because it's embarrassing to be 29 and have no opinions on the economy. But what are some are there sources? I looked on JovanBradley.com, but there just aren't really.
Are you what do you mean? Are you talking about like macro level, or are you talking about theory level?
Both. I have looked up some theory, but that's as far as I've gotten.
Yeah, I mean, my reading list on my website, I would just read any of the foundations in political theory section books. There's not a lot on there. I should actually expand my reading list. But Black Shirts and Reds, Socialism, Utopian, Scientific, Capital. I mean, Capital's probably the best place to start, but it's fucking long and it sucks to read.
I'll deal with it. The fact that I'm 29 just now.
Capital. Yeah. This is just volume fucking 1 of Capital. There's a reason why, like, it sucks to read theory, because Capital is a fucking
I have a delay
monster.
on my TV, so I can't see you yet.
It'll pop up. It's a fucking huge book.
You in 2 seconds. Sorry. I have a delay on the TV. I'm sorry about that.
But basically for theory, just start reading through Marx and Engels. Most of their work is super short, so just start burning through Marx and Engels as best you can.
I have for the most part, and I'm still trying to. I'm a socialist. I called in the other day. I was a dude with you and Austin, Christian. You know, I was the one that you didn't realize was a nigga.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you remember me? Maybe. But fucking, I have another question. Couple actually. How do I speak to my brother about socialism? I called in and talked to Jimmy about this. I've spent about a year trying to figure out you guys' opinions so I could ask the proper questions to you guys. My mother's a socialist, but my brother really doesn't think about politics in that way. He's one of those guys who's like, don't talk to me about politics.
Oh, well, first punch him in the face.
I've done that. It doesn't work.
Yeah, no. First, I'd sock his shit. Like, the fuck you mean you don't think about politics? Just don't use the word socialism. That's what I find to work.
Sorry to cut you off.
No. What I find to work the best is just to not talk about socialism. Just don't use the word.
Yeah,
So ask him,
absolutely.
ask him like, what's the word I'm looking for? Ask him like if he thinks that 85% of the world should live in abject poverty.
Which he would say no to.
Yeah.
Which he would absolutely say no to.
Ask
'Cause he
him
leans left.
what was the number I pulled up? Hold on. Let me pull some of those numbers again. They're just going to piss me off again, but whatever. Let me pull them back up. Ask him
Half the stream has been
specifically.
you pissed off, so I get it.
Ask him
And I
specifically
agree.
if 60% of people living on the continent of Africa should have moderate to severe food insecurity.
To which
Ask him if we should waste 6.3 billion pounds of food a day.
To which he would say no. I guarantee it. I know this man. I can guarantee you he'd say no. Good.
Ask him if
Thank you
25%
for your
of the
answer.
planet should be without life-saving medication. Like be unable to access life-saving medication. Yeah, if his answer is no to any of these questions, then he shouldn't be capitalist. It's a disgusting economic ideology that is quite literally killing all of us. Slowly but surely.
I'm writing them down. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, absolutely. I can guarantee you his answer would be no to all these. He's just one of those people that, like, he's one of those that just like, dude, I don't have time for it, is what he always says. I don't have time for politics, which is the most ridiculous thing in my opinion, period, because you definitely have time for politics because everything is politics.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to waste too much of your time. I asked to be up here, so I apologize for that. This is
you're
a
fine.
question that I find pretty important. I'm a big fan, by the way. Oh, by the way, dude, you did musical theater, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear about Tim Curry?
Yeah. I mean, I would have heard about that even if I didn't do musical theater.
Well, sure, but like it matters more if you care about musical theater a
Yeah.
little bit, because Tim Curry was an excellent actor as well. But anyway, here's my last question. Sorry, Curry. Sorry, I got a little excited about that because that made me sad. But how do I raise my children with these values without scaring them for life about what's going on? Do you know what I mean?
Oh. No fucking clue. No clue. Just do the best. Okay, so let me give you a few hints. Okay. So there are pivotal times in my life that I can point to where I went, this definitely helped shape me to be socialist, communist, radical, whatever. Bug's Life. They have to watch Bug's Life and they have to understand Bug's Life.
Right.
That's the best place to start. If they can understand that ants don't have to listen to grasshoppers, that's the first step. Second, you got to raise them with empathy. You have to surround them with different groups of people. This is not an unknown thing. I was massively homophobic in high school. I was massively transphobic.
Really?
I was a bully.
Really?
I did things to kids that I'm not proud of. I've been very
Did
open
you grow up
about
religious?
this. No. I grew up black.
I didn't know this. I've gotten
No,
into the
I
line
was
in the
in-
last year, but I've only gotten into you in the past 3 months. So I apologize. if there are things I don't-
homophobia, transphobia is very normalized in the black community. And because
Yes, I'm black. I get it.
I won't even say I was, it's not that I was flamboyant, but even like I grew up singing Lion King in my bathtub, right? As a kid. Like, right? Like I did in middle school, I did a like school play where I had to wear like a coconut bra and like hula skirt. And the reaction I got from that, from people in my like childhood community, shaped me into being homophobic. The reaction I got from my brothers and my family not my mom, but like for my brothers and my dad's side of my family, to me liking musicals a little too much and liking Disney a little too much shaped me to where I was like, well, because I'm not gay, but because of the fear of being called gay, I have to be as anti-gay as possible.
Sure, I was a bit. Can I tell a random anecdote really quick to
Sure.
go to your point? I had a friend who was homosexual, and I didn't really think about it too much. But then I said the F slur to him, and I was 19. I'm 29 now, and he was like, "Dude, I just don't like that word. Please don't say that." I haven't said that shit since. He like kind of realized it. But I was to some extent homophobic, but I didn't.
I was. I
realize.
threw the F slur around. I remember there was a kid in like early high school, like 10th grade year, whatever. I dumped a bucket of popcorn on his head at the movies simply because he was a gay kid. Simply because I wanted the people around me to accept me and not call me gay. Right?
Yeah,
Senior year of high school.
absolutely.
Senior year of high school. My choir teacher, I was very big into music, right? I was very much in choir. I was like, no matter, I was still like a musical kid. Senior year of high school, she convinces me to do a community theater production of Jesus Christ Superstar. I meet this guy who at the time became one of my closest friends, and he introduced me to musicals a lot more. I then was surrounded by people who were gay. Surrounded by a bunch of them.
Of course, that's how that goes. Yeah, of course.
Being surrounded by them, being in community with people, made me realize I'm a piece of shit, and I should not be acting like this. These are good people who are literally the same as me, and my fear of this is holding me back from knowing people who are infinitely better than the people I'm surrounded with, from enjoying things in life that I enjoy because I'm afraid of my masculinity being questioned, and all this other stuff. So one of the biggest things that you can do for a child is to keep them in community with people who are not like them. If there are cultural festivals going on in your town, take them and make them talk.
Aren't there multiple
people.
Studies
Yes.
on,
Every which way you
there
look.
are like multiple studies. Yeah, that say,
every
that
which
say
way you
that
look.
If children are consistently more accepting if they grew up in
And don't get me wrong. I was not like outwardly homophobic to like like if there was a gay teacher, I was like to adults. I did it to kids, right? Because I was a kid. But like,
well, it was the thing that I get it. I have problem child tattooed on my arm, so I'm not judging you at all. I totally get it. Like I totally get it. Totally get it. It's really interesting to talk to you. Thank you for bringing me up. So I'm
sure.
absolutely yeah.
No problem. No problem.
Can I ask, how old are you, by the way?
33.
I couldn't find it. 33? Okay. Awesome. I couldn't find it online. My mom and I are both big fans of you. Like I told you in the call with Austin.
You know, it's funny you say that you can't find it online. I've been emailed by that. What's that website? Famous Birthdays. They've emailed me like 3 times. Like, hey, can you tell us when your birthday is? People are asking. And I'm like, unless you're WikiFeet, leave me alone. Now, when WikiFeet reaches out, definitely gonna.
I don't need the feed. I'm not a toe licker like half these goofballs that call into your show. But my mom and I had a debate on whether you were between. We had a bet on between 30 and 35, and I won. So, all right. But
look, I'm just gonna reiterate. I went from being so homophobic and bullying people who were gay when I was 16, 17, to by the time I was 22, I was doing a production of Rent where I was kissing dudes. It was like such a 180 in terms of
Did you grow up religious?
No, not even the slightest.
No, you didn't.
Nope.
Here, I actually, if you will allow me, it's up to you. It's your show. If you will allow me, I called in yesterday night to Jimmy and Ari, and I asked a few questions. I would like to ask. I asked Jimmy, how do your econ views differ from Javon? How do your views differ from Jimmy? Jimmy
Jimmy's
said,
just
quote
wrong.
unquote. Jimmy said the same thing to you, to some extent. To some extent, I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna quote him exactly, but how do your views differ, if I may ask?
I don't know that we've gotten into it super heavily. I think our views mostly differ on how we believe we can achieve what we want. Because we both want an abolition of private property. We just believe that the way we achieve that is different. At least that's my understanding.
Fair. I was thinking the same thing because I'm sort of on the path of, I think that communism is an inevitability to some extent. This last question, and I've already kind of asked this, but do you have any simple arguments for socialism that will resonate with my fence-sitting, uneducated, quote-unquote, friends? And I think you already answered this, but I'm just making sure. I'm just trying to cover all bases here because I'm a big fan, and I've spent about a year listening to The Line and 3 months specifically listening to you consistently. So I'll let your take.
Do
on
I
that
have
again.
any tips for just arguing socialism in general to your friends? It'd probably be all the same tips that I have for you.
Yeah.
Arguing for your brother, it'd be all the same things.
Fair. All right. Well, thank you so much for having me up. I'm sorry to waste your time. I know I'm not a debate. I would love to hear you debate because I love, dude, my favorite, you want to know my favorite thing about any of your debates? Me and my mom laugh our ass off. Is the pronoun crash out.
People tend to like those.
Dude, the funniest thing in the world is that you have such a bad position that you have to either be stupid or pretend to be stupid in order to make your point. That's the craziest thing to me, bro. Like, you literally have to either legitimately be stupid or pretend to be stupid. Either you don't know what pronouns are or you do and you're pretending you do.
Well, Christian, hopefully we get some pronoun crash outs in the near future for you.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking my call. Much love. My mom and I will continue to watch you.
Tell your mama so what's up. I'm just kidding.
I'll force her to be a say. You said you could fix her. I asked her. I was like, "Would you debate Javon?" She was like, "No, I can't do it. I'm not gonna." do it.
Crazy. All right, Christian. Thanks for calling in.
All right. Have a good day. Have a good night.
You
Have
too.
a good night. Much love, brother.
I think I've calmed down a little bit. I think the crash out has. Should I cut that crash out and post it? Kind of feel like I should cut that crash out and just post it with the title "Javon crashes out about capitalism." She crashed out on my pronouns till I buzz her. I'm not gonna hold you guys. That was like an hour-long crash out. Why did you guys let me do that? What the fuck is wrong with me? It was cathartic. Yeah, I definitely think I needed it. I'm not even gonna hold you. I feel a little bit lighter. I can't even lie. Yo, before the show ends, if anybody's like, yo, we really like the crash out, we want to send you a tip. Just know anything you send on Venmo or Cash App, I'll probably use for my trip with Forrest this weekend. Javon, guess what? You lost the game. No, I did that thing years ago where you automatically win the game forever. So Javon did a thing on this for LineCon, got that vid up. I don't know. You'd have to ask Jimmy when he's gonna post the LineCon vids. Someone said that they're in the chat, but I won't debate them. How will I debate them if they're in the chat? Tell them to call in. What kind of stupid ass shit is that? How do I debate somebody in chat? What kind of dumb fucking... Is this person an idiot? Because we all needed it for real. Yeah. I definitely did. Yes, he's stupid as fuck. Oh, shit. Oh. You guys want to see the Arcanine? Look at him. He looks great. They got a Rayquaza. I'm about to buy the Rayquaza, too. Look at the Arcanine. Oh, I love it. It's so cool. I didn't mess up a single piece, by the way, putting this bad boy together. Not a single piece. I think I'm going to get shelves that are just for Legos and I'm start going. But yes, that is how you say Rayquaza. How have you been saying it? Jen, thank you for the Venmo. When I started listening to you, I was hardcore liberal. I am now a socialist and teetering communist. You are making a difference. Thank you, Jen. Can I be honest? Can I be honest? Can I be honest with you guys? I'm a little spent. I got a comment on that video I made about that school. Someone said the school reversed the decision. I'm trying to look on the page of the original production. They reversed the decision. Oh shit. Let's go. The decision has been reversed. Musical is now back. Hey, let's go. Thank God. I love that. See, that's what pressure does, baby. Pressure. Okay. I'm a little spent. I can't even hold you. I am spent. I think I'm going to call it. I was just going, and that really cut me. You did crash out for an hour? Yeah. I think I needed a crash out. I think I like legitimately needed a crash out. Why is someone asking me about Dean and Barker in the chat? They're libs. That's what I think about them. They're libs. They don't actually give a shit. They give a shit enough about America. They don't care about the rest of the planet. They own some lib shit. That's what I feel. I'm spent. I'm going to call it. Listen. Thanks, guys. It's been a fun stream. Maybe I just start talking more to chat, you know? As opposed to... Anyway, I'll post the crash out tomorrow so you guys can watch it. Strongly disagree with your liberal sentiment. I don't give a fuck. Tomorrow will be the last stream, tomorrow morning. Last stream until Monday, because I'll be with Forrest and them. So it's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun. But I'm fucking tired, dude. So That's all for me. Let's see our credits. Let's see our credits. Hey, thanks for watching. Hey, follow the show. Hey, thanks for supporting. Thank you to all the gifted subs. Thank you to all the super chats and the donations. That was real kind of you. That was something real kind of you. Mighty kind of you. Be it, I saw yours a little late. Rage exploitation tax. That's so funny. Welcome to the community, guys. Welcome to the new members. New video essay should be out by early September, I'm hoping. I'm almost done with the script. And then the new one, the new video essay can start. Then I can film it. Okay, love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.